Hey everyone, Eggman here with another video, and I've got Erik here with his what's your deck?
It's a mass Saiyan, baby.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
the mat, I got the leader.
Yes, perfect. It looks really good. And how do you? Let's talk about the deck.
So I'm just gonna go in order here. So first, I start off with 3 Nimbus.
Yep.
You know, Super Shannon exists.
Yes.
It's a great counter overall. 1 yellow, pitch a card. They can't do anything the rest of the turn. It's very good for my deck, especially because I'm very aggro, so I'm not gonna end up having too much defense. So having Nimbus is very good.
Card Fight Vanguard players, that is time of the round. Once again, Card Fight Vanguard players, that is time for the final round.
Next, we have Battering. Look, man, Battering is just, it's insane. I mean, you have an aggro deck that you can literally say, that's a cute counter, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore it. Like, you can sneak in double strikes, you can sneak in mirror with it. I have mirror in this deck, obviously.
And like, you don't even care. Like, your leader's your main swinger too.
Yeah,
right?
a
So you
lot
don't
too.
have to care about.
Like against decks like maybe Gogeta Ramp or some that like prevent me from like playing battle cards or doing things with my battle cards. Just go with my leader. So next, I main deck 2 Cargo. So if y'all don't know what Cargo does, it's a 1-drop yellow that draws a card, and it pops a skillless battle card in Rasmus. So y'all can guess what this is for. This is for Vanilla Coup. I didn't end up using it as much as I thought I would, but it still came in very handy when I did use it. So like if things get out of hand and they play like more than 1 vanilla or more than a lot of board, and I don't have Mass Saiyan, this is a very good insurance and stalls them a little bit.
And worst card is just 1 yellow draw card.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I haven't used it for that purpose because, you know, I have other things I can do.
Yeah.
But I have considered using it as a draw, just for a draw. Next up, we have 3 Fu. This is 3. I used to run 2, but I've ended up deciding that it's too important of a card in this kind of deck to have it too. I wasn't seeing it enough, so. I mean, this card is beautiful. You have Overrun for 7 for 1 energy. You get to play a 25,000 double strike that draws you 2 cards. I mean, it's insane.
Dragon Ball Super Team Battle players, we have
very good because even though it costs 7, so in this leader you have mill 3. But I have cards in the deck like Successor Hope that I'll show later. That you mill 3, you put a 4th one down, and you mill to 7.
Yeah.
So getting this guy off on turn 2 is very satisfying. It's very good. It always surprises people, which kind of surprises me. No one ever keeps track of the drop area like I do. So just a great, very good card overall. Next, I have 3 of the Dash Pack Bardock, the Desperate Onslaught. This is mainly for the Gogeta Ramp matchup because they play this Vaku blocker. They tap out on turn 3 to play this guy that they block with, and they get 2 energy. So I thought, well, this guy ignores blockers, so I might be able to. If I have Battering, I can sneak in like a double crit or something like that and just ignore the blocker. That's,
but like just decks who go wide too, it's really good.
Yeah, even then it's just it's a 20 crit.
Yeah.
So it's even then it's a very solid card. Next, I got my Champas. So I run 6. This is the number I settled on because this is the number I felt like I just felt like it was the best number. Everyone's like, oh, just run 8 Champas. Nah, it's just way too clunky. 4 is too little. Like back when East High didn't exist, I didn't see Champa enough, but 6 is a very good number. I might consider going down to 5 at some point, but for now 6 is very good.
Yeah.
Just Champa, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Just double crits.
Especially when you're not running red, right? So that's a big deal.
One thing I will mention that's very interesting is you always want to use the double strike, but I've used several times where I actually don't choose this guy. So they're at 3. I'm hitting them for non-crit. Getting them down to 2 is very important, so I just use this as a 10k combo.
Yeah,
it's still very good.
Yeah.
People don't really expect it either. Next, I've got some of my swap chain. Should be starting with Bardock, but I've got 3 Videl. Very solid. I mean, you have cards like the Bardock who's at 20k. If their leader's at 15, if they're at 15, you can tap this to give him 5, and it evens out at 25. So that means they have to waste an extra card. It keeps my hand stable. Just a great card. It can also draw aggro to it, so that's why I use it too. Like if she's here in rest mode, they'll be like, oh, I want to kill this, not hit their life. When I already basically kill myself.
Yeah, exactly. It's a resource either way.
Yes. Next, I have 3 of the 1-drop Krillin. Very solid. I mean, I was waiting for a card like this. Honestly, like I've always been using the Trunks or like the little Gohan. This is great, man. Like take a life, crit.
It's Krillin. You gotta love Krillin.
It's Krillin, man. Let's kill Krillin, baby.
Yeah, it's Krillin. Yeah.
Well, I'm not the one killing
Vanguard
Krillin.
players, we are still
They're the
missing
ones killing
people.
Krillin
Yeah,
normally.
exactly.
7, 8, 10, 12.
Next, I have 3 of the Masked Saiyan and Mysterious Warrior. This is mainly for the Vanilla Coup.
Yeah.
So the only reason I run these 2 cards is for the Vanilla Coup. The way I built my deck is to try to have the best chance game 1 against anything. Be as versatile as possible while still being consistent. So this, I mean, man, this is just an insane card against Vanilla Coup.
And I
Like
can
1
see it
drop,
being-
1 drop, 3 drop.
Yeah, really good against Super Shredder because it warps the cards too.
Oh yeah. I've used it against Super Shredder a lot too. Like I warp like one of their
Bulmas or something?
one of their Bulmas and one of their like 2-drop swap guys. It's
Yeah.
insane. It does so much work because normally they plan to swap into the Path of Greatness, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I get rid of that. They have to use Bardock or use a Child's Wish at the worst case.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very, very good. Plus it's sensitive to the warp, so
Yeah.
it doesn't feel the drop very more than
exactly.
it
It doesn't
needs
get
to.
them to drop and they can't recycle their Bulmas. So
Very solid. Also, it's double strike.
yeah, it's double strike 20k for 1.
Next up, we have Successor. Like I talked earlier with Fu, it's very good to get that extra card in the drop I need
yeah.
instead of having a combo away. Like
Agreed.
normally I have Champa to do that as well, but when I don't, or I just don't want to use Champa like turn 1 for example, I can use this. I mean, I decided to put this in because I wasn't seeing Bardock enough.
Yeah.
That's mainly it. This was just to ensure I see Bardock because Bardock is, I wouldn't say it's the core of my deck. I would say more something like Boo's the core, but Bardock is extremely, extremely important because
really is.
I play it for 1, it stabilizes my hand, it gets me a draw, and I can swing with them and swap onto something that'll plus me a card or something I can be aggro with.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, 3
Here's the boy.
The
I
man,
mean-
the myth.
Oh yeah, I mean, first of all, he's 1 drop. I still think that I think this card's very good because a card like Krillin I have to swing with. So if it gets Crusher Balled or Bloodlusted or anything like that, well, I mean, if it gets Bloodlusted, it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
But I have to swing. The thing is, where I have to swing with this. So at the worst case, I play this for life
Yeah.
and do nothing with it, which I have done before. It's still very useful. Next up, we have the 2-drop Goku.
Yeah.
This is pretty self-explanatory card in my opinion. It's just for the aggro. If I'm running Bardock, why would I not be running this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It does a lot of work, man. It really does because
It's scrambling skull and span, right? That's
it
why.
can draw aggro.
Yeah.
It can draw aggro. It's a 15k swinger. Like it's a very solid card. Plus it's
Agreed.
4.
Yes. Yeah.
Next up, I have Mira. I think I might run this as 3 because of how much work it's done for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still think this card's broken, man. Especially in this deck. Yeah, 3 energy. I have so many matches where I'm at 3 energy. I get them to 2 life unexpectedly. Like they just take the life. Like okay, 3 energy, 1 energy. Oh, counter, no battering.
Yeah,
3 energy,
yeah.
Champa. You're dead. GG.
Yeah, feels good.
It's such a busted card, man. Like gain 5,000 for each card in the war. For 1 energy you play it, I can't even explain how broken this is. Next up, we have Bardock Fully Unleashed, the championship card. This card is this is another of those cards that is supposed to be specific for a matchup. So this is for like mainly Green Broly. It does a lot of work for some other things too, but overall pops 6 or higher.
Yeah.
So it'll get rid of their 6-drop or their 8-drop or their SCR.
Yeah.
It's also very good for that matchup because it can bait out a Bloodlust, like, and they can make them tap out.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that all these overwhelm cards are so good against that deck because against that deck, I try to focus around my leader because they have these cards that say pop your card. I always try to work around my leader because Bloodlust is a thing.
Yeah.
So counters are a thing. So I can't come with my things like my Heavenly Wizard Demeter.
In worst case, it's a free 25k.
Oh yeah,
body,
yeah.
right?
Ever since this card came out, I told everybody, look, man, at the minimum, this is a 25 free card.
Yeah.
If I combo double strike, this is a 35 double strike. That's just insane to me. Next up, super combo.
Yeah.
I do run this one because it's much easier for me to get 5 cards in my warp. So like that's another instance where Successor of Hope comes in very handy. Like I never try to rely on my leader and Champa swing because they can always negate. So this is proven to be an insanely useful card. So like I mill, get 3 in the drop. This puts my 4th card in the drop.
Yeah.
By that time, I can overwhelm, and that's gonna when it goes away, that's gonna be.
Yeah,
my
you're
5th
right. You're right. It's like one of these guys, right?
Yeah, I was at first when the Roshi Super Combo came out, I thought of using that because it's a 0-10k at worst. But this is just done. This is just proven to be the better Super Combo for me.
I agree.
And last but definitely not least, I'm just gonna put it on top so I have space. Revived Ravager Vegeta. Man, this card.
People don't probably know what this one is. So.
Man, this card is insane. Like when you overwhelm it as a TP5, you can mill up to 3 extra cards. This card has done so much work for me. I absolutely love it. At one point I thought of taking it out, but man, I'm glad I didn't because like turn 1, I have 3 cards on the drop, overwhelm. I have like full in my hand.
Players, I have your final standings.
I overwhelm this, I mill an extra 3. This enables me to play full on the next one, which is absolutely crazy. Like I can overwhelm a 3 and then a 7. It's just insane. Plus he's great. He's a free crit guy that mills more of your deck. It's absolutely nuts. So I'm gonna that's it for the main deck.
Let's go to the side.
I'm gonna just clear a little bit of space here, so I can do my side.
Alright. I dig those red sleeves, man.
I love them, man. Like, ever since I got them, I was like, I'll try out Crimson.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, this color's busted. I got it because I was playing red at the time, but it's a very, very nice color. So I have a couple, I'll do these first because it's the ones I'm proxying. So, I just left them at home. So this is one of the Master Saiyan Series War. I put a 4th one in for the Kid Goku matchup because it's that important to me. It's very important to me for me to see that card. I slide in a 4th Nimbus for decks like Super Shenron because again, it's just that important for me to see that card. I played 2 Crochet Ball. Man, this card's insane.
Yeah, no one's playing around it.
No one's playing around it. The only decks is maybe like decks I play Killy Zone, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
This card actually did a lot of work for me today, man. Being able to just switch their card to Resmode again it's
like a better negate a lot of time.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's another of those one of those things where my deck's not that defensive, so me being able to play just one card to negate a whole attack is very, very good. I have 2 Godstrike Beerus. This reminds me of your whole issue.
I don't like that card. Get off the camera. No, we're good.
But yeah, this was also for matches like Kid Goku because I thought I'm gonna go down to 2 life. This is a very good insurance for me to make sure they combo out and I can live. But it did a lot of work for me. If y'all watched my match on the stream, y'all can see that this card did a lot of work for me. It was insane.
I'll make sure it's linked if I can.
But
it's an awesome game.
negates his card skill.
Alrighty, last and final call for Gunslinger. We will be
One thing y'all always make sure to keep in mind is that it says battle cards. So if they swing with their leader, you can't negate that. That's always something you have to keep in mind.
Such as Mass Saiyan with double strike.
Exactly. Next is 2 Tien.
Doesn't have to.
Dude, it's a busted ass. It's a busted card.
It's busted.
Like again, my match on stream, I won game. I won my match again because of Tien. I pulled Tien on him. He was tapped out, had a bunch of 10Ks on Zeno, but
he had like 10 cards in hand.
Plus it's for 1. Like I
crazy.
played this for 1, I can aggro with him. Like that's what I did. I played for 1, swing. Played for 1, swing. And it's a very solid card. 2 of the Heavenly Wizard Demigro. I mean, I played it specifically for Broly because that's what I expect to see. But it helped me out in a lot of matches actually. Obviously Broly, it helped me. It actually won me game 2 against Broly because I was playing against my friend. He forgot that it was a card and I won. I think I would have won the game anyway. But point is that it pops the 8-drop Broly or the SCR.
It's a really good thing. Like even if they Tragic Awakening, like that happens and then they just go back down to 3 energy, right? And you can still use it. So.
I can still use it. Yeah, that's why I like it. And it also helped me out against, even though I lost the match, it still helped me out against. I played against Marcel Russell with Broly GT. Triple Flash is 30k, so I comboed it and I popped it.
That's a really good point.
It does help out a lot. And against like Shenron Bu, for example, the 7-drop the Ultimate Evil, the one that gets 30k when you evolve into it, that one's 30k base. You can pop that if they go into it. You can pop the Seeker Rare. There's a bunch of things that this can do. This card I'm taking out of my side because I didn't play against what I thought it would. So this was mainly for Shenron Boo because it's a deck I showed against and I expected maybe to see it.
Yeah.
But it's mainly just because it has barrier. It could be useful against Broly GT.
Okay.
Yeah, Deadly Defenders too. Broly GT because they might play the what is it? The Strategies Universe 7.
Yeah.
If the game happens to go late enough to where I can't use this can get it to me. This can get me something in. Even though they have Bloodlust, it's effectively 1 energy to pop a barrier.
Yeah.
Next, Black Massane. It's very good against Super Shenron. That's mainly why I had this card in the deck. It did a lot of work for me. The one Super Shenron I saw, I ended up losing 2 points to it. But like this card, I mean, I got both of them one game and I put both of them out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they chose switch and they have to drop 4 cards. So. It also self-awakens me, which is very nice.
Yeah.
And lastly, I run one more of the cargo
yeah.
for the vanilla matchup because again, it's that important to me to beat. Skillless Goku is one of my
There are
favorite
so
matchups.
many skillless Goku, so I think that's a really good.
Yeah, dude. There was I forgot. I don't know if it was Chuck who posted it on Discord. Shout out to Stage Zero.
Stage Zero.
Let's go, baby. He posted it, and I saw there was 40 Kid Goku decks out of the 170 something that were. It was
That's
absolutely.
crazy.
John Dom to the front, please. John Dom.
Yeah, that's overall. That's deck profile. I want to talk about like my performance a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if anybody was keeping up with me other than like the Stage Zero people that I talked to and kept up with. I started off very strong. I actually won my first 4 matches.
Yeah.
I was 4-0. I got on stream the 4th match, like I was talking about, and that was easily the best match I've ever played. Like if y'all can go back and watch that match, I think it's definitely worth watching.
I told him like he was playing when I got my bad ruling on me and I was really down in the dumps, but to see him win against that Hercule was uplifting.
And like
it changed my tune.
That's something that that's all I came here for. Yesterday, like this weekend, like just hearing the fact that even my dad, like he made a mistake or something, and after my match, he got really hyped up and he was ready to go again. Eggman here was like he got motivated again, and that's all I really came here for, man. Get this really good match on stream, show the people that I even after my performance, so I won the first 4 and then I lost the next 4 unfortunately, but it was due to some breaking mostly, which is like you would think that would happen to this deck normally, but it really doesn't. Like this deck is fairly consistent.
Yeah,
like,
you won a locals too before this too, right? Yeah.
The week before I won.
Alrighty, Gunslinger players, we're starting.
I still believe I still believe it's good enough to be a rogue deck. If y'all play this later and y'all know how to play this,
once again,
if you keep learning it and watch my match and learn from it, and like just reach out to me, man. My name on Facebook is just Erik, Erik.
I'll put your name in the
if you want to put on the
description
description
too.
But
really fun deck, and
I still firmly believe this deck is good enough to be a rogue deck and top and things like that. If y'all, what I wanted people to mainly take away from this is if you set your mind to something, like to a leader, and you believe it's good enough for it, you can do it.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me.
Like I was just about to talk about that. Like, you look at Eggman here. Like he played this freaking Chile leader, and he just smashed with it. He just went top 4 with it. Just I don't know, man. Just everybody, just believe in yourself. Just keep doing what you're doing with your leaders. There's obviously a limit to that. Like, not every leader will be able to do everything, but if there's a leader like this that can't do it, just stick to it.
All right, Vanguard players, please get ready for the top 8 playoffs.
Hopefully you guys can hear us over that, but thank you so much, and good luck for your next tournaments.
Thank you.
Catch you all.